good day. Is this Lisa in here? Lisa, if it's you, I wanted to say that, did you see my recent update on the compost and temperature in it? Oh no, I don't have my gloves on me. Dang it. Well, let me get this. Hello. Hello, everybody. Let me get this. I gotta get this charged over here. We are going to seed start. Hello, good day. And what I'm gonna do is this done charging? Hello, good day. Happy Monday. Just checking on the seed situation, watering this morning. Managed to keep my plants alive despite our frost. Good day. Almost done watering these. And then I have a few plants that are ready to be planted in the ground. So we are actually going to check. That's what I'm going to try and do right now. Do I have my shovel on me? Darn, I don't. I got to go get the shovel. Let me get that. Where did I put the shovel? Actually, we need Uppot things as well. So let's see. I got this glove. Okay, this glove will work. It has a bunch of holes in it, but it will work. It will work. And then we're gonna just Uppot. Let me go ahead and get my glove. And then do I have my shovel in here? My hand shovel? Let's see. Okay, I have one shovel. Stink bug. Okay, one shovel and a few things that we could pot with. Okay, this'll work. All right. I have a few things I've been meaning to plant in the ground. Some of them is like this lettuce seed, for instance. Lettuce seed. Oh, okay, let me wait on that. I got romaine. I got kohlrabi. Brussels sprout. Oh, the Brussels sprouts. These are the ones I definitely wanted to get out. Hello. Hello, Sinha. Okay, I have some Brussels sprouts that I know I want to get out of here. Oh, can you see? Here are the Brussels sprouts I want to get planted in the ground. These are from 1-2. So I already up-potted some of them. And these are the ones that I'm going to get in the ground as well. Hello. I am winter gardening in my freezing zone, zone 8A, where it has been down to about 20, actually on Saturday it was 22 degrees Fahrenheit, so it was pretty cold. And I had to cover a lot of the plants. I'm in the US, North Texas, and I have some Brussels sprouts that I also have a lot of seedlings that I managed to protect. These are Brussels sprouts, these are kohlrabis, and we're gonna go ahead and plant some of these now that they're grown enough. Brussels sprouts are like cabbages, so we know that they're going to be big. I am going to try my hand at finding spots throughout the garden where we could potentially plant them. So let's go do this. You'll see I went ahead and moved some of them out. Let me go ahead and show you what those look like. Those are right where? Right. Is it that one? Yeah, they're over there in that container. Let's see if I can show you guys. Here are my Napa cabbages. They're still really well. Well, Honda, good to see you. You're also in zone 8A. Awesome. Here's Napa. These are Napas, the Napa cabbages. And those are my other seedlings over there. Let's see if I can zoom in. That right there is some of the Brussels sprouts I up-potted last week. I have some calendulas here. And that's like one broccoli. That one's a broccoli. And then here we've got, these are celeries. What's that one? Anyway, so I am winter gardening in my freezing zone. I am not a beginner gardener. I'm at least a 5th year, and I thought it'd be fun for me to try. There is a lot of work required, right? We do get cold enough where it will ripe out your crops or the things that you're growing. So you do have to be mindful. Like when it got so cold on Saturday, I was worried. So I did go ahead and cover a lot of my things, because you don't want to take risks, especially when you've spent all winter long growing your vegetables. The last thing you want to do is lose it all. Well, Honda, where are you growing? Good morning, Lisa. It was good, thank you. We had that cold front that came in. It ended up being 22 degrees on Sunday morning, so it was pretty cold. But managed to cover everything, so everything's looking fine. Lisa, what about you? I know you also had a cold front come in. And did you also see me post about the compost temp? Did you mean compost pile temp, or did you mean the mulch pile temperature? I didn't know which one you were referring to. But I did the compost pile temperature check. Yeah, I do have Insta. And then I did also get all of my onions in ground. So Honda, if you've ever grown onions before, I managed to grow over 500 pounds of food this year. And to be fair, a lot of it was onions. I have always started them from sets, meaning I went to the garden store in January now and went to go buy them and then plant them in ground. So that is what I've been doing. And I don't know what flower this is. I know I planted it from seed, but look at how well it's doing. I've not had to cover it. Look how well this thing is doing. It looks like some sort of wildflower, right? I don't know what it is. Okay, good. You were asking about the compost. Perfect, Lisa. Yeah, I was impressed too. I was surprised my compost went from like 66 4 days ago to 100. So it's pretty cool. Yay! Okay, Lisa, good. Yeah, so Honda, like if you wanted to, you could start onions. Onion sets is a big thing for me. I tried to start them from seed, but frankly, it was just, the thing about onion seeds is I sometimes grow from 2-3-year-old seeds, and those seeds were too old. Most seeds you can keep for a couple of years, but it seems that onions in particular lose their viability. So if you have any type of onion seed, that includes green onion seeds, shallots, make sure that you go ahead and plant those in the ground. Or make sure you go ahead and use those same year. The cabbages are doing great, Lisa. I managed to protect them. I'm actually thinking about, I was just showing you guys, I have some Brussels sprouts that I'm trying to figure out where I should plant. Some of them I went ahead and put in containers. And then I'm just going to kind of go around the garden and see if I can find a place to plant these, because frankly, I don't have enough space. The cabbages are doing fine. I had to cover them with plastic. So they're good. They're good. These are good. Yeah, here, I'll take this off so you guys can see better. But yeah, they're doing really good. And here's more over here. I know it looks, I had to cover them, the mesh to keep the bugs off of them. And that's why this is all over them. But it's to prevent this, which you can see I'm still having anyway. But alas, some better than none, right? So cover this. The cabbages are doing good. I'm just trying to find a spot for my Brussels sprouts. Like, where can I grow them? The beets did fine. I covered them with mulch, actually. They're doing good. I think I'm going to plant my cabbage right here. I'm just going to find a spot. So here are the cabbages. These are, sorry, Brussels sprouts now. These are my Brussels sprouts, right? Oops. Brussels sprouts. And I have a spot here. I mean, I have lots of spots throughout the garden. If you guys didn't know, I grow kind of wildly in my front lawn, just with a wild cottage look. So this looks like a good area where I don't have anything growing. So we're just gonna grow it here. Is there something oops, sorry, that's covering. So we are gonna take one of these little cabbages and just pick out the spots. So you'll see I use cardboard to mulch over, and definitely still have grass growing underneath. So we're going to try and clear that out as much as possible, because grass will compete and take away from the nutrients that your vegetables need. So I'm just going to move this away, clear this area. We're just going to plant it right here in this somewhat protected area. Clearing here. Oh, look, more more grass to clear away. Can you guys see? Okay, that's better. Oh. Hello, good morning, Black Boy. Lisa, you picked up cilantro, cucumber, carrot seeds at Palm. Yay, how exciting, Lisa. What is a swap meet? Is it free? That's awesome. That's awesome. Hello, Jonathan. Thank you, Jonathan. You're so flattered. I'm also the same person who doesn't know how to water the small containers. Remember we were talking about that and how I water it every day? It's okay. That's what makes me approachable. I'm a gardener that still makes mistakes. Okay. But that's how we learn. All right, so here we have the, these are Brussels sprouts. I actually have another whole container full of these. So I'm going to, I think on Friday, I went ahead and put some of these into smaller containers. And for the rest of them, I think I'm just going to try and put some in ground and try to remember to protect them. I have this section right here where it used to grow basil or cosmos, and I'm just going to put it in here in the branches of the dead cosmos. I'll show you the spot in a little, but I'm just making a little room here. I don't even know how Brussels sprouts really grow. I just know they kind of grow like this, and they have like cabbages at the bottom. We'll see, you guys. All right. So here we are getting the cabbages. Lisa, you're saying I also have sunflower seeds. Okay, those are warm season crops, so they don't like frost at all. So it would be after your first frost date. Most flowers, aside from like calendula, pansies, are going to be planted after your first frost date. Black Boy, may I ask you something? Black Boy, I did try to grow pumpkins, but as you guys know, we've had 9 bouts of freezing temps, and there are times where I forget to cover them. So I haven't, like I grew it, it sprouted, but then it died with frost. So I have been trying to grow it. Officially pumpkins are warm season crops, so they are suited to planting out after your last frost date. So yeah. I also actually recently tried to plant some again, but I don't think they're gonna come up because it's been cold. It's probably just sitting underground waiting for the right temps. But yeah, I took it from store-bought kabocha squash that I've been saving from prior years, and I put it in the ground. It's over there in my warm section. Hello, Iron. Jonathan, yeah. Yes, Jonathan. Yeah, pumpkins like it warm after late frost. After a late frost. All right, so here we're gonna get out this one. So I got this little guy. Oh, the soil's still really soft. This is a Brussels sprout, getting kind of tall in here. And the roots are coming out, so it is time to get him in the ground. Her, him, her. And it is a little bit risky for me to be planting this in the ground, even in my zone, because I'm gonna flip it around so you guys can see. Because February is our coldest month, but like I usually do, I'm just gonna find ways to protect these if I remember. And if I lose it, I lose it, right? Like you guys see me, I always have a bunch of seedlings started. So if I lose it, I lose it. There we go. I find that my seedlings do best in a somewhat protected area. So here where I've got like some of the old cosmos brush there, works well. Oh, what is that? Is that the exposed root? Okay, hang on. We got to do this a little deeper if that's the exposed root. Oh, no, that's not. That's of something else. All right. I have some extra soil in here, it looks like, so I'm just going to add it. Add it here. Just to make sure I have my soil mixed in. Okay, and then I need to water it. Oh, you guys can't really see. Here, hold on. Okay, this. Yes, wind strengthens the plant stems, yes. I mean, even in these, it's not bad because it allows them like some sort of ventilation, right, at the top. But yeah, the wind will strengthen their stems. So these are how these are growing. And yeah, it's like exercise, right? When you exercise a lot, in this case, the plant's keeping upright, it'll help them. Oops. It'll help them. Actually, the soil is moist. Maybe I shouldn't water it. That seems to be my thing. I think when they're so tiny, I get this idea that I have to water them more often. Yeah, I'm just crumpling up some leaves now just to serve as some mulch for it. That way I can keep it moist around it. Just crumbling up some of the leaves here. The leaves are good. They serve as a really light mulch. Not heavy at all, so this is good. And it'll keep the soil moist without me having to water. Like I said, it's already pretty moist, and one of my things that I seem to be doing is overwatering my winter plants. So there, we're done. We're done with this one. Hey, Seed Addict. Hello, Grommy. I didn't yet, Lisa. No, they're not ready yet. Hang on, let's show you how they look. They're growing really well, though. Remember I told you guys how... although my spinach is ready to be harvested, though. I think I should harvest my spinach. This is the spinach section. They're still a little small. But, and you know what I'm going to do? I'm actually going to... Oh, it's not flipped over. I'm going to plant more spinach. So, like, there's one plant there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... That one's a little small. 6, 7, 8, 9. This is a type of oriental spinach. That's why it looks more angular. 10. This is the traditional American spinach. 11. Also the oriental spinach, right? Oh, no, not. This is the oriental spinach. 12. So you'll see I kind of wanted to make this like a big section full of... And then I start to have kale planted. I think I planted kale in here. Hidden somewhere under the leaves. So yeah, definitely could always use more spinach. I started some more spinach from seed, so we'll see. It's just taken forever to sprout. My micro-soil blocker seems to be a little bit small, so I just have to make sure to keep that one watered. But here, and then when they start to kind of grow out, I'm just going to part the leaves a little bit to allow the sunlight to better reach them. Oh, I'm zoomed in. Is that what it is? This is zoomed in. Oh, yeah, that's why. Sorry, guys. I was like super zoomed in. All right, here are the radishes. Lisa was asking about the radishes. So remember I had all those radishes, about 40 of them in my little micro-soil blocker. I mean, in my clamshell that I planted, right? Well, here they are. This is that section. So far, it looks like all 40 of them are still here. This must be a good spot. This is the best spot. This is kind of where close to my Napa cabbages. So here's how the French breakfast radishes are growing. I'm excited. I'm hopeful that I will actually be able to get like a good like 30 or so radishes from this area right here. I'm excited. So far looking good. Like not a whole lot of okay, so that one looked a little bit damaged, but other than that, like I'm just surprised they're still here. I'm surprised that the slugs or pill bugs haven't eaten them all, because there's just one section where I've planted like so many lettuces in that area, and maybe I should stop planting there because they keep disappearing. The lettuces are not staying in that area. There must be an overabundance of pill bugs in that area. Seed Addict, 59 days till spring and 48 days until... Yay! Thank you, Seed Addict, for helping everyone remember to press the like button. I appreciate that. Block Boy, you're asking, what would be your dream grow? Like something you'd want to grow no matter climate or location. Okay. I'm trying to think. Really, I mean, there's so many things I enjoy eating, though. There's so many things I enjoy eating. I don't know. Just berries, but berries I can grow here, specifically raspberries, I guess. Raspberries, it is a little bit warm in my zone. We're better suited for blackberries, not so much raspberries. So yeah, I would say raspberries. They're delicious, like the red and the golden ones. I do have golden ones growing, but like I said, our climate is a little bit less ideal just because of how hot it gets. What about you guys? Let me know. Lisa, does spring start for different zones? Hi, Gary. Good to see you. Seed Addict is answering. Lisa starts at the same time, but your zone would be a different time. Does soil temperature need to be at what temp for sunflowers? Lisa, ideally, I mean, the sunflowers will grow. I would say the ideal temps for germinating your warm season crops will maybe be more like 60s to 80 degrees. I have some sunflowers growing in here, out here already. But I'm pretty sure that 22-degree frost killed some of them, or killed the ones that did sprout. Gary, you're saying my dream grow would be Flavor King Pluot, but they do not do well down here. Oh, Gary, Pluot, a cross between plum and apricot. That's right, because I can grow it because I'm in a colder zone. I get more chill hours than Gary, but he's far enough south that they don't grow well. Yum. That's right, you guys. Yes, I believe that, Jonathan. You guys also have blackberries in Georgia. Yummy. What flavor? What's Seed Addict? What are you saying? What flavor is King Pluot? Oh, okay, yeah. It's like plum and apricot. Yum, yum. I was just showing you guys the Brussels sprouts. I went ahead and up-potted some of them, and I'm going ahead and just going around the garden and planting some throughout. Is it still risky? Yes, because even Brussels sprouts will only withstand down to 20 degrees, but we are doing this anyway because I don't have enough room, and I see that some of my seedlings, I'm not sure that all my seedlings made it through the 22-degree frost we had, so that's okay. We're just going to replace them with some of these. I did get all of my onions in the ground, so they're in the ground and got watered. I'm just trying to lightly step through. Oh, right here. I'll plant right here. I have lots of brush. I feel like this brush is good, honestly. The brush is good because it protects some of the underbrush, the stuff in the underbrush. So look at this. This is all the cosmos. And I just leave them here. I'm just going to leave them here. I think in spring is when I'm going to officially take it down. But for right now, like here are the onions I planted. I got my onions. Okay, so this one got a little bit of frost burn, but hopefully it'll be fine. This one also got a little bit frost burned. That's fine. Better that I get them in the ground. Oops. I'm just going to plant my Brussels sprout, one Brussels sprout in here. Yeah, like this spot right here. This looks like a nice, cozy spot. There's a sunflower mammoth Russian plant. Gary, we have too much moisture. Brown rot takes out the fruit. Disease. I actually get enough. Oh, okay, Gary. Oh, okay. Moist. Got it. Got it, Gary. Too moist. Yeah. Jonathan, you have a blackberry vine. Yeah, how beautiful, Jonathan. Black Boy Hill. I would love to grow a whole forest of willow. Wow. Huge pine. Ooh, that would be nice. Like I got another Brussels sprout, and I'm just going to plant it in this area here where it naturally gets a little coverage. I don't know. This might be the winning reason for why maybe the Brussels sprouts will survive, because it's got a little bit of winter coverage. Maybe. Oops. Uh-oh. Did I plant that deep enough? I can't even see. It's so... Okay. Let me try this again. Let's try this again. I can't even see where it is. I'm not even sure that I planted it deep enough. All right, let's go a little deeper. All right. Oh, that should be plenty good. Just gently holding it by the leaves. Okay. Another Brussels sprout planted. Cool. Black Boy said, willow trees, huge pine trees. I love pine trees. Those are pretty beautiful. Seed Addict, you're saying, there's a lot of blackberries here, but this past summer they weren't good because of the lack of rain. Ah, interesting, Seed Addict. I always thought blackberries grew only in like warm climates. But good to know, Canada. Or I guess anywhere with a lot of moisture. Would putting a box... Yes, Yes, Black Boy, that's something I certainly do, especially if it's just like an overnight frost where it's only cold at night. Yeah, I definitely put like a cardboard box. I'll use old bed sheets and blankets. I have a video upcoming where it shows how I protected some of the plants in a really scrappy manner, and that uses all of those that I just named. Ponca blackberry is a really good flavor. Yummy. And Ponca is thornless. I think that's what I have. I have a thornless blackberry. Willow trees are pretty, yeah. My apple plant's getting bigger and bigger. No, Lisa, mine haven't sprouted yet. But when did you plant yours again, your apple seeds? It snowed yesterday. No, oh, that's right, Jonathan, you mentioned. No, it didn't snow for, it didn't snow. It didn't snow for us. It didn't snow for us. But we don't normally get snow, though. It was just cold. It was just cold. Although, oh, you know who? I know Seed Addict got snow, but that's not surprising. He's in Canada. Number of weeks ago. Oh, Lisa, yeah. So, was it? Was it Jonathan? Oh. We don't usually get snow in my zone. It's like every couple of years. Just comp. Oh! Beautiful, Lisa. Look at you. Nice. Yeah, I planted my onions out here. Some of them are a little hurting, but that's okay. I'm like literally finding spots throughout. Okay, just 3 more to, what am I gonna do with all these Brussels sprouts? Okay, Brussels sprouts. For the people who do grow them, like I plant it like a cabbage, you think? I don't have the seed on me, and that's why I'm asking you guys. I'm just gonna assume it kind of grows like a cabbage and it needs same amount of spacing. Okay. We have this section here. Ooh, yeah, I see some roots. Get some of this. I got some grass that's still growing here. Grass roots still growing here. Yes, my new onions, Lisa, that's what I'm referring to. I don't know. I think they'll be okay. They got a little damaged, the one from the garden store, but better that I get them in ground, I think. Yeah, the ones that I got from the garden store, the onion sets. All right, here's another spot that I'm going to plant another Brussels sprout. It's a nice mulched area. Hello, Gotham, good to see you. Gary, we did not get any snow this time. Got some last year. We get snow about every time. Yeah, Gary, for us, it'd be like every 5 years, although it's been happening more recently than not. Yeah. Yep, Jonathan. Good to see you, Gotham. These are baby Brussels sprouts, that some of which I went ahead and put in a cup just to let it grow a little bit bigger. But I'm also just going to try and plant these in the ground, just less maintenance. So let's try. We're just gonna, oops, some of these. I'm gonna just take the little block, because I micro soil block, right? We're just gonna take the little block, and then a little block, and then just plant that. You'll see the roots already coming. This one's kind of long, actually. I'm gonna plant it in this area here. I'm planting the cabbage, the Brussels sprouts at about, I'd say 2 feet. I think that's plenty of room. I need a little bit extra dirt, so for the dirt that's collapsed, I'm just gonna grab some and backfill my area. We do have some more freezing temps along. Brussels sprouts are still tiny. They're not gonna withstand much below freezing temps for very long, so, but I think I'm gonna try keeping them growing in this area here where I have the old cosmos growing. So you'll see these are old cosmos bushes, and here's where I just planted my Brussels sprout. So hopefully in this protected area it'll be fine. And hopefully no bug come and eat it. So yeah, got them. We are taking Brussels sprouts and planting them in ground because I am running out of space in my seed starting area. Do I know how to germinate pomegranate seeds? Yes. I have unintentionally sprouted some. They're just plant them as deep as they are wide, right? And they should start growing. I have a lot of volunteers actually, because we eat pomegranate and they will grow when we accidentally drop the seeds eating outside. Yeah. I had some that grew through fall. I think we must have had them in the spring, and then they grew again in the fall. Gary, you say we actually have a 10% chance every year not spaced out. Oh, sorry. 10% chance every year. Got it. Thanks, Spice. Good to see you, Gotham. Yeah, that would also work, Jonathan. Yeah. Pomegranates are supposed to be easy to root, but take a long bit. That's right. Yeah, I also have pomegranate growing as well, but in my zone, it gets so cold that it's always dying back every year. So I have not had any fruit yet. Nice, Jonathan. Whoops. Sorry, guys. Upside down for y'all. I'm just finding more spots throughout the garden. No rhyme or reason, really. I just know I have more space, so I am trying to make the most out of it. Like, I picked this spot here. I just picked this spot here. I'm gonna need to remember. Oh, you know what? I need to put in markers, actually. And I need to come back through and water them. But this section still has some roots growing, so I'm just gonna pull out the roots. Pulling out the roots. What do we got here? Gary, what are you gonna do with all your cauliflowers that you've been harvesting? I forgot. I haven't actually watched your full video yet. I just know that you harvested cauliflower and have been harvesting them. Okay, this looks like a good spot. I already see a friend that could potentially eat my little, do you see this little friend? This little guy here is gonna be the reason why my sprouts disappear. I forgot. I had to get my little paper towel thing to see if I can protect it from it. Is it blurry? Oh, yeah. The bug. All right. Let's see. Okay, here we go. Let's get out this baby. Get out the baby block. Here's another Brussels sprout babe. Yay! It's roots are a little long. Okay, like this. Yay! Gary, you're saying my pomegranates did have a couple of flowers, but not in Yeah, Gary, one year I had the pomegranate flower. But like I said, it died back that year, so it's like having to regrow very frequently. All right, put it in upright. I'm gonna come back through. Actually, I'm gonna get I need to come back through and get my little toilet paper rolls things so I can better track it. Add some dry leaves here. Yeah, Lisa. There are always volunteers everywhere, so I'll have to, let me see. I thought I saw some sprouted the other day, but like I said, I think the 22-degree frost probably took them out there. I'm just crumpling some of the leaves here. I wonder if I can grow a pomegranate tree. You could try, Jonathan. There's more Mediterranean climates though. So for me, like I kept talking about how the dryness will, or the cold, the freezing temps aren't really helping my case. Okay, just like a light mulch here. And then that's good. Okay. I think, let's see. I know, right, Carl? Slowly you have to make juice. I love pomegranates, but the seeds are their pits. Carlos, hi, Carlos. That's funny. I just eat them. It goes out the other end, right? Gary, you're saying my wife freezes the cauliflower and broccoli. I have my broccoli covered and we'll see if they survive. We got them to between 26 and 28 degrees. Okay. You mean you have the heads covered, right? Exciting, Gary. Yeah, I protected my Napa cabbage. I was nervous. And they're so big, I didn't want to risk losing them. So on Saturday, it got down to 22 degrees Fahrenheit, and I went ahead and covered them in plastic. I don't have frost cloth. I guess I could have used a bed sheet, but I didn't want to risk it. Like I said, I have my huge cabbages that I didn't want to risk, so darn. Okay, we're gonna continue planting. Gosh, I still have like so much lawn grass. Ah. Ooh. So much grass everywhere. Duh. I will say though, I have been using some of the grass as mulch though, as a light mulch to cover the plants to protect from freezing, and it works. It's like dry hay, right? Not a bad thing. Not a bad thing. It just looks really messy and it's a little bit more of a pain to remove. That's the thing. Everything has a purpose. Even this dead grass. Carlos, you're saying that's true. As a kid, I used to eat sunflower seeds. Yep, and I still do because it's too much of a pain to... Well, no, that's not true. I guess nowadays I will like bite it up and then spit out the seed. But that's me. So Carlos, I have some Brussels sprouts that I've never grown Brussels sprouts before, but I had some that are sprouted here and are growing too big for their container, so we're gonna go ahead and plant them. I went ahead and put some in smaller pots, but the rest I'm gonna go ahead and try and plant in ground. I just don't have enough space, and up potting is maintenance. So we're just gonna try and see if we can find space for them in ground. Not to mention, we had a 22-degree frost, and I think some of my seedlings that I did put in the ground probably didn't make it, so this is just another chance to replace them. Here we are. Ugh. More grass. I'm just pulling away grass. I'm just clearing another spot for where I can grow more Brussels sprouts. Maybe a little over to the right, though. Let's scoot this over. Bed sheet works better than plastic. Yeah. Yes. Good call, Gary. I know, but I think on days when it's so cold though, it's almost like you do have to use plastic. I don't know, 22 degrees felt cold to me. So I will say what I did was I used my, I already have this wire, right? I have this type of wire, and I just bent it to make like a bridge over the Napa, and then I put my plastic over it. So that's what I did, Gary. Thank you for mentioning that, because I didn't directly cover with plastic. I used wires to create a frame and then put the plastic over that frame. Yep, Jonathan, yeah. I'll show you guys my setup. It's a video that I still have yet to publish, just because I gotta edit it and finish telling the story around it. But yep. I would say bed sheets kind of have the same effect though. Like if it gets wet, if it is also rain, like precipitation accompanied with your with the frost, bed sheets is also not ideal either. Like you ideally want something you can create a frame and then put bed sheets over. So yeah, same idea. In this case though, it was a dry frost that we had, or dry cold that we had, so it could have worked well. What do you guys use to kill off the grass? Does everybody also use the the cardboard and mulch method? That's what I do. But even then, it's not imperfect. It's not perfect. And I still got grass growing throughout. Yeah, that could. Black point. Yeah, yeah. That's another good idea. So when it gets really cold, that's what people do. They will take there's this one guy out in Maine who grows even through winter. He uses an unheated greenhouse. And his method is, of course, a commercial. So it's a commercial sized greenhouse. It's large though. So bigger than what an average gardener would have. But it's of course made of plastic. And then he also grows all the cool season crops in the greenhouse, but under a frost cloth. He says that with that method, you can get, it might be negative 15 degrees Fahrenheit outside, but inside the greenhouse, it'll be 15 degrees Fahrenheit. So that's like a 30-degree difference if you use a commercial plastic greenhouse and row covers covering the plants directly. So yeah. Good idea, Black Boy Ho. You would just use the plastic as the outside though, as your outside. And then the frost cover is the inside or close to your plant's material. Good, yeah, good call, Gary. The ground is your heat source, so the more coverage you have on the ground, the more protection. Yep. And that's why the method of using the frost cloth directly over your plants helps trap the warmth from the ground. So yeah, for me, I am using, essentially it was a ground cover setup where I have like mini wires and then a plastic to go over it. That's what I did for this past weekend. And the Napa cabbages are looking good. Okay, I made another spot here. Now I'm clearing it of more grass. I'll show you guys the setup when I get a chance. Or I will be doing a video on it, so that'll be coming. Gary, did you use just frost cloth then for your cabbages and broccoli? What was your frost protection setup this time? I also went ahead and used mulch, you guys. So we'll take a look. I only mulched the beets, and those did just fine, even though it was 22 degrees on Saturday. I'll show you guys what those look like. Let me get this. I got a good one. Okay, I'm gonna plant this in here and then we'll go look at the beets that I lightly covered with mulch. Because apparently that was enough, you guys. Sometimes all you need is like mulch and leaves, especially if the plants are close to the ground, and that cuts it for 22-degree temps. All right, here we go. Got one more in here. Oops. Gently. Ooh, this one's long. Another Brussels sprout going in the ground here. There we go. Oop. Let me show you guys what I'm doing. Here we are. So I found this little area here. I cleared it of most of the grass. I probably should clear a lot of the grass, and actually I think I planted a little too deeply, so I'm going to pull it up a little. Okay, better. All right, it's pretty moist, so I don't think I actually need to water it. Ooh, what's this bug? What's this bug? It's like a centipede or a millipede. Let's see. Centipede, where did it go? Oh. Is this a centipede or a millipede? Oh wait, is it an earthworm? No, it's a centipede. Okay. Can you guys see that? Centipede or millipede? Haha. Okay. I hear they bite, so don't bite me. Oh, yeah, I don't want that. Okay. All right. I'm going to gather a few more leaves and then scrunch it up and then put it in. Oh. Just scrunching up some of the leaves. Would it work if you dug in the ground like, oh, that would be interesting. Yeah, that's almost like, they have that. They have, what do they call it? It's like in-ground gardening. Black boy hoe. I forget what they call it. Actually, you know who was going to do it? One of our other friends, Wickshire Project, was going to do that. He said he was going to be digging like an in-ground garden. That would be interesting. Yeah, it's a lot warmer with that kind of setup. Jonathan, you're saying, unless you want to use chemicals to target grass manual removal. Yeah. No, I don't want to. So I will be manually removing it. Manually removing it. Frost cloth with stakes to keep the cloth off the broccoli head shoots. Nice, Gary. Black boy. Gary, you're saying problem in Texas, Bermuda grass likes plowing and is one of our main seeds. Likes plowing? Oh, you're talking about, yeah, getting in deep. Okay. All right. Okay, so we're done with this one here. We're going to take a break and we're going to look at the... guys, I'm going to like forget where I planted these things. All right. We'll take a look through. Here we are. Okay, so here, I actually have yet to really dig them up. Oh, no. Oh, it is a little, oh, okay. Maybe it was already damaged. Here's a beet here. And what I did was I just used like these leaves and then mulch. So yesterday I actually opened this up. Does that look a little damaged to you? A little. All right. But then here's the carrot. I don't know why I bothered covering the carrot. The carrot would have been fine. At 22 degrees, I think it would have been fine. And then here's the other beet that I definitely did cover. So this one's lively. This is the biggest beet that I have right now. And I just did this. You guys will see in my video when I publish it, but this is what I did. And it's doing good. Beets are more sensitive than most other root crops, so definitely make sure you cover them well. Cold. The more you plow, the more Bermuda spreads. Meant to say weeds instead of... Oh, okay, nice. Lisa, you're asking what, can compost be only vegetable organics only and not yard leaves? Can compost be vegetable, not yard? Lisa, I think when we think about composting, we need both browns and greens. And browns are typically your dried out plant material. So it could be like leaves, cardboard, paper carton. I mean, I guess you could do greens. It would just take you a lot longer for that stuff to break down. And I do hot composting, so that's where you would need your browns and your greens. But if you're just doing vermicomposting, which is just kitchen scraps and earthworms that help break it down, that could work. Vermicomposting just takes a lot longer, though, than hot composting. It takes a lot longer for the earthworms to break down those materials. Jonathan. Okay. Yeah, I don't think I did a good job filming. It definitely had legs on it, though. It definitely had legs on it. So I think it was either millipede or centipede. But it definitely had legs on it. I couldn't... Yeah. Didn't fill it well. No leaves, only pines at my house. Oh, Lisa, pine leaves are great. They might even be better than leaves, actually, because they have a smaller surface area. Like, leaves are kind of big. And if you wanted it to break down faster, you would crumple it up to break it down faster. But pine leaves are already fine. And not to mention, pine leaves smell delicious in the compost. So yeah, use your pine leaves. I actually went to my neighbor's the other day and was like collecting his pine leaves. And frankly, the compost could not have smelled better. Ooch. Yeah, Lisa. Love talking about composting. It was really exciting if you guys saw how I was filming my compost and it got up to like 100 degrees, pretty good. My compost pile is only is less than a 3 by 3 by 3 foot, which is the recommended size, right? The recommended size for a compost getting up to 120, 140, the type of temps that would be able to kill all of your weed seeds is is the temps that you can expect for a large 3 by 3 by 3 foot compost. But since mine's smaller than that, getting to 100 degrees is already pretty good. Not bad, not bad. Not bad. Thank you, Jonathan. Love it. I love it. It probably, yeah, I think it probably is a millipede. It looks tinier. Centipedes and millipedes bite though, right? So I got a little bit nervous touching it. Okay, you guys, I'm gonna wrap up in 2 minutes. Thanks for hanging out today. And I will hopefully publish the, oh, you know what okay, hang on. My dress is caught. Okay, these, the snow peas, I also covered it lightly in like newspaper and bed sheets, and these did fine as well at 22 degrees. I just kept them low to the ground, right? So kind of where Gary was saying, I was leveraging the heat of the ground. I kept them low to the ground. They were growing on a trellis and I pinched off the tips. That was my garden to table. But it also worked well because then I could bend them down. So that's what I'll be doing. They're alive, and that's what matters. Oh, Lisa, great question. Layer, and as Gary's answering, to mix the compost. That's how you layer it, to mix the compost well. Instead of actually having to physically go in and like mix up your pile, if you do the lasagna layer, you achieve the same effect. The point is to have the browns touching the greens touching the browns, so it'll break down faster and give you compost fast sooner than later. Oh, good to know, Jonathan. Thank you for clarifying. Centipedes bite, not millipedes. Thank you. I couldn't remember which one it was. Thank you. Okay, good. See you guys on Wednesday. I'm going to go and wrap. Thanks so much. Everybody be well, stay warm, and yeah, catch y'all Friday or Wednesday. Bye. Happy Martin Luther King Day.